Hey there, this is Math 6, Unit 9, Reasoning about Solving Equations, Part 2. Alright, so on this first couple, these are your cooldowns again. They want you to figure out how to solve these ones there using what you know about how to move things around and keep things balanced. Whatever you do to one side, make sure you do to the other side. So I'll let you do those two right there. This is just pretty straightforward. This one you can choose to distribute first or divide, up to you, depending on what you want to do with that -4. But let's do some practice ones down here. In number 3, I'm going to go ahead and do A, and I'll do C, and I'm going to do E. Alright, just so you know what I'm up to there. So the first one here, we're just going to write equivalent expressions, meaning we're not solving them, we're just writing something equivalent. So I'll distribute. The -7 times 2x becomes -14x. -7 times 3 becomes a -21. Now I have an equivalent expression. For C, 8 times -x becomes -8x, and 8 times -3 becomes a -24. For E, a little more complicated. Okay, let's write this out a different way. I can write this out this way first of all, just to help you see it. This is -2/3 times 3/1x, and this becomes a minus 2/3 times 6/1 because it's multiplying there. I'm just rewriting it so you can see how the fractions are going to work together, okay? So when I multiply 2/3 times 3, the 3's cancel out, and I'm left with -2/1, which is the same as simply -2, but keep the x connected to it. That's going to be minus, here, the 3 goes into 6 2 times, and so I'm left with 2 times 2 is 4/1, which is just simply 4, so we have -2x minus 4. Okay, it's a great little problem there. Eventually you'll be able to do that, multiplying a fraction by those numbers kind of in your head, mental math. Maybe you're already there, awesome. If you need to write it out, that's just fine too. Alright, number 4. Number 4, we're going to look at B, and looks like I'm going to look at B, D, F, and H. So for this one, we have x/4 equals -16. So to get rid of the 4, instead of x divided by 4, we can do x, we can multiply it by 4 on both sides. So this is like 4/1, that's going to cancel, leaving me just with the x. X is equal to -16 times 4. A negative times a positive is a negative number, and 16 times 4 is 64. Over here, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 7 from both sides, so that goes away. So -x is equal to, I have a -15 and a -7. When the signs are the same, we're going to find the sum. 15 plus 7 is 22, and keep the sign the same, still a negative. For a solution though, I don't want to have a negative variable. So what I think about is I'm going to multiply both sides by a -1. Again, it's like a hanger, right? Whatever I do to one side, I need to do to the other side. So as long as I'm multiplying it by the same number, -1, -1, it's okay. And a negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative times a negative is a positive. So x equals 22. Again, eventually you get used to knowing, okay, I'm going to make this positive by multiplying the whole thing by -1, so change all the signs. But for now, I just want to show you how we did that. Alright, letter F. Same idea, subtract 3, subtract 3. So -6x equals 78. You can divide both sides by -6, divide by -6. And x is going to be equal to, well, 6 goes into 78 one time there. Bring down the 8, and goes in 3 times there. 13 times, but again, it's a positive divided by negative, so it's -13. And the last one of these here, we're going to go ahead and add 1.4 to both sides. Now in this case, because the signs are different, I find the difference. I'm already set up that way because the larger one's on top. So 6 minus 4 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. And the one that has a greater absolute value is a negative sign. So we have -4.2 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. So that x equals a negative. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 2 1 time. X equals -2.1. Alright, so get the rest of those done on your own, but hopefully you got a good start on those. The last one here, number 5, it just says select a term that describes the thing, the action. So a discount is a percent usually that's taken off or it drops the price down. A tax is the percent that's added to it, right? You add to cost. A markup is a percent of an increase. A tip is a percent that you add to usually the total of your bill. And interest is the percent of something that you earn with money and increase over time, like on savings. So read these different sentences and decide which ones are going to be discount, tax, markup, tip, and interest, because that's what your teacher's trying to see if you know. That's it for today. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.